were clothed with blue, captains and all of them desirable young men, horsemen riding upon horses. Thus she committed her whoredoms with them, with all them that were the chosen men of Assyria, and with all on whom she dart, with all the idols she defiled herself. Hold on. Come in. Neither left she her whoredoms, brought forth Egypt, for in her youth they lay with her, and they bruised the breasts of her virginity, and powdered their whoredom upon her. Wherefore I had delivered her into the hand of her lovers, into the hand of the Assyrians, upon whom she darted. These discovered her nakedness. They took her sons and her daughters, and slew her with the sword. And she became famous among women, for they have executed judgment upon her. And when her sister Aholibah saw this, she was more corrupt in her inordinate love than she, and in her whoredoms more than her sister in her whoredoms. So you can see that Samaria was corrupt, but Jerusalem, under the southern kingdom, became more corrupt than her. Read Jeremiah chapter 7, for they was even warned about this, the southern kingdom. But let us proceed further in verse 12. She died upon the Assyrians, her neighbors, captains and rulers, clothed most gorgeously, horsemen riding upon horses, all of them desirable young men. Then I saw that she was defiled, that they took both one way, and that she increased her whoredoms. For when she saw men portrayed upon the wall, the images of the Chaldeans portrayed with vermilion, girded with girdles upon their loins, exceeding in dye attire upon their heads. All of them princes to look to, after the manner of the Babylonians of Chaldea, the land of their nativity. And as soon as she saw them with her eyes, she died upon them, and sent messengers unto them in Chaldea. And the Babylonians came to her in the bed of love, and they defiled her with their whoredom. And she was polluted with them, and her mind was alienated from them. So she discovered her whoredoms, and discovered her nakedness. Then my mind was alienated from her, like as my mind was alienated from her sister. So again, the Most High is talking about Jerusalem, who's under the southern kingdom. For they became lovers with the Babylonians, followed the Babylonian ways. Verse 19. Yet she multiplied her whoredoms, and called into remembrance the days of her youth, wherein she had played the harlot in the land of Egypt. For she died upon their paramours, whose flesh is as the flesh of asses, and whose issue is like the issue of horses. Thus thou callest to remembrance the lewdness of thy youth, and bruising thy tents by the Egyptians, for the paps of thy youth. Therefore, O Aholibah, thus saith the Most High Elohim, behold, I will raise up thy lovers against thee, from whom thy mind is alienated, and I will bring them against thee on every side, the Babylonians, all the Chaldeans, Pico, and Co, and all the Assyrians with them, all of them desirable young men, captains and rulers, great lords, and renowned, all of them riding upon horses. Odd, they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, and with an assembly of people which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about. And I will set judgment before I will set judgment. And they shall judge thee according to their judgments. And I will set my jealousy against thee, and they shall deal fiercely with thee. They shall take away thy nose and thy ears, remnant, and thou shall fall by the sword. And they shall take thy sons and thy daughters, and thy residue shall be devoured by the fire. They shall also strip thee out of thy clothes, and take away thy fair jewels. Thus will I make thy lewdness to cease from thee, and thy whoredom brought from the land of Egypt, so that thou shalt not lift up thy eyes unto them, nor remember Egypt any more. For thus saith the Most High Elohim, Behold, I will deliver thee into the hand of them whom thou hatest, into the hand of them from whom thy mind is alienated. And they shall deal with thee hatefully, and shall take away all thy labor, and shall leave thee naked and bare, and the nakedness of thy whoredom shall be discovered, both thy lewdness and thy whoredoms. I will do these things unto thee, because thou hast gone a whoring after the heathen, and because thou art polluted with their idols. Thou hast walked in the way of thy sister. Therefore will I give her to thy hand. So when you reflect on verse 31, you can see that the southern kingdom was no better than the northern kingdom. They were worse. They followed behind the heathen's ways. Now I know I know that some of you may disagree about these two types of stars. The star of Saturn, which is the six-pointed hexagram star, that is not of the Most High. And the star of Venus, also known as Lucifer, the five-pointed star, the pentagon star, that is not of the Most High. But you will see relics of these images in the history of Israel. Again, when you read the book of Kings and Chronicles, and then you read the prophet's book from Isaiah throughout all the rest of the prophets, you will see the nation of Israel had a serious problem with serving other gods, and it was heavily into idols. And we can see this evident today. Look at my people who are awakened. They are into those idols, the things of darkness. They follow the dark moon. They dress in darkness. They have those idols on their garments. And they would not listen. This is written that the Most High choose. He said He's going to have to clean them up. Remove the filth. Proceed further into Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 32. Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 32. Thus saith the Most High Elohim, Thou shalt drink of thy sister's cup, deep and large. Thou shalt be laughed to scorn and have in diversion. It containeth much, shall be filled. See. Thou shalt be drunkenness and sorrow. with the cup of astonishment and desolation, with the cup of thy sister Samaria. Thou shalt even drink it and suck it out, and thou shalt break the sherds thereof, and pluck off thy own breast. For I have spoken it, saith the Most High Elohim. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, because thou hast forgotten me, and cast me behind thy back. Therefore, bear thou also thy lewdness and thy whoredoms. The Most High said moreover unto me, Son of man, wilt thou judge Aholah and Aholabah? Yea, declare unto them their abominations, that they have committed adultery, and blood is in their hands, and with their idols